The hidden link between gut health and anxiety. Have you ever felt nervous for no reason? That strange, heavy feeling in your chest, your mind racing even when life seems fine? What if I told you the cause might not be your mind at all, but deep inside your gut? Think of it like this. Your gut and your brain are in constant conversation, 24 hours a day, using a private communication line called the gut-brain axis. If that line gets disturbed, your emotions, thoughts, and even sleep begin to fall apart. So how does your stomach end up making you anxious? The mysterious highway between gut and brain. Inside your body runs a long invisible highway, the vagus nerve. It connects your brain directly to your gut. Every emotion, every thought, every burst of stress sends signals down this pathway. When you're anxious, your brain sends stress hormones that tighten your stomach. But here's the shocking part. It works both ways. If your gut is inflamed, irritated, or filled with the wrong bacteria, it can send distress signals back to your brain, triggering anxiety even when there's no real reason to feel it. That's why sometimes your gut feeling isn't just intuition, it's biology. Your gut is home to trillions of tiny minds. Inside your intestines live over 100 trillion microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, and other microbes. Together they're known as the gut microbiome. Most of them are friendly, they help digest food, produce vitamins, and protect you from disease. But when this delicate balance breaks, maybe due to stress, antibiotics, poor diet, or lack of sleep, bad bacteria start taking over. And when that happens, your brain begins to panic. These microbes don't just sit there, they create chemicals that directly affect your mood. Some produce serotonin, the happiness chemical. Others make GABA, which calms your nervous system. In fact, about 90% of serotonin, the same chemical used in antidepressants, is made not in your brain, but in your gut. So when your bacteria, the gut bacteria, are unhappy, your mind loses the ability to stay calm. Inflammation, the silent trigger behind anxiety. When your gut lining gets damaged by junk food, stress, or alcohol, it becomes leaky. Tiny food particles and toxins slip into your bloodstream, triggering inflammation. That inflammation doesn't stay in your stomach, it travels straight to your brain. Scientists call this neuroinflammation, and it's now linked to anxiety, depression, and even brain fog. It's like static noise in your head, making it hard to focus, relax, or think clearly. Your body is trying to fight a war you can't see, and your mind feels the chaos. The vicious cycle: stress hurts the gut, and the gut makes stress worse. Ever notice how stress gives you stomach pain, or how you lose your appetite when worried? That's your body showing you the gut-brain connection in action. When you're stressed, your brain releases cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol slows digestion, reduces gut blood flow, and changes the microbiome balance. Over time, that imbalance creates even more stress chemicals, feeding your anxiety again. It's a dangerous loop. Stress harms the gut. Gut sends panic signals. More stress. And unless you break this loop, you stay trapped in it, feeling anxious, tired, and uneasy every single day. The hidden clues inside your gut. So, how do you know if your gut might be behind your anxiety? The signs are often silent, but your body is always speaking. Listen closely. Frequent bloating, irregular bowel movements, sugar cravings, unexplained fatigue, acid reflux, and even sudden mood swings. These aren't random. They're red flags from your gut begging for balance. Your body is whispering, something inside me needs fixing. How food shapes your mood. What you eat today decides how you feel tomorrow. Every bite you take is either feeding your good bacteria or your bad ones. Ultra-processed foods, refined sugar, alcohol, and artificial additives destroy your healthy microbiome. They feed harmful bacteria that create toxic byproducts directly linked to anxiety and depression. But when you eat real food, fiber-rich vegetables, fruits, whole grains, fermented foods like yogurt or kimchi, your gut starts to heal. Healthy bacteria thrive, inflammation drops, and your brain finally gets the message. It's safe to relax. You don't need to chase peace of mind, you can grow it inside you, one meal at a time. The power of probiotics and prebiotics. If your gut is an ecosystem, then probiotics are the good citizens, the friendly bacteria that restore balance. Probiotics found in foods like kefir, sauerkraut, and kombucha can help rebuild your gut lining and improve the communication between your gut and brain. And prebiotics, the fibers in bananas, onions, garlic, and oats, are their favorite food. Together, they form a powerhouse team that strengthens your gut barrier, reduces inflammation, and helps your brain regain emotional stability. It's not a quick fix, it's a retraining of your inner environment. The role of sleep, exercise, and calm. Your gut doesn't just digest food, it reacts to your lifestyle. Poor sleep increases stress hormones, which inflame your gut. Lack of exercise slows digestion. Constant worry tightens your intestines, trapping gas and discomfort. But here's the beautiful part. When you start calming your mind, your gut heals too. Simple habits like deep breathing, yoga, walking, or mindfulness actually stimulate the vagus nerve, improving gut function and reducing anxiety. It's proof that healing flows both ways. A peaceful gut creates a peaceful mind, and a peaceful mind protects your gut. Real stories, real science. In one study, people who took probiotics for 4 weeks reported less anxiety, better sleep, and clearer focus. Another study found that gut bacteria diversity could predict a person's stress resilience. Even psychiatrists are now prescribing diet changes, calling it nutritional psychiatry. Because what happens in your gut doesn't stay there. It travels through your blood, your nerves, your emotions, until it shapes who you are each day. Rebuilding from within. The steps to a calmer you. If you're struggling with anxiety, maybe it's time to look inward, not into your thoughts, but your gut. Here's how you can begin the healing process. Number 1, eat whole foods, fresh vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, and lean proteins. Number 2, cut down sugar and alcohol. They feed the bad bacteria. Number 3, add probiotics and prebiotics. Yogurt, kefir, garlic, onions, oats. Number 4, stay hydrated. Your gut needs water to move and cleanse. Number 5, practice relaxation. Meditation, breathing, or simply slowing down. Number 6, sleep 7 to 8 hours. This is when your gut repairs itself. Within a few weeks, your mind will notice fewer anxious mornings, fewer mood dips, more clarity. Your gut doesn't need perfection, it just needs care, patience, and consistency. The emotional side of gut healing. Healing your gut isn't just physical, it's emotional. Because when you start feeling better, you start forgiving your body for the stress it carried. You realize that your anxiety was never weakness, it was a signal. Your body was trying to talk to you through discomfort, asking for change. So instead of fighting your anxiety, listen to it. Ask yourself, what is my gut trying to tell me today? You'll be amazed at how much healing begins when you stop ignoring the whispers. The final connection, when mind and body become one. In the end, your brain and gut are not separate. They are two halves of the same story. When one suffers, the other echoes the pain. But when one heals, the other follows. The path to mental peace might not always start with a therapist or a pill. Sometimes it starts with your plate. With every healthy bite, every deep breath, every mindful pause, you're teaching your body safety again. And in that safety, anxiety begins to fade. So the next time you feel anxious for no reason, don't just sit and silence in your thoughts. Look deeper. Because maybe the real battle isn't in your head, it's in your gut. Your mental health, your focus, your calm, they all begin with how you treat that second brain inside you. If this opens your eyes to something new, don't stop here. There are many hidden connections between the body and the mind, and I'll be uncovering each one step by step. So make sure you subscribe, tap the bell icon, and join this journey of self-healing because your next breakthrough might just be waiting in your gut.